If you own your own business, then this video will save you thousands in consulting fees and time by showing you two of the most effective ways business owners can use ChatGPT to improve their business. And I provided a link to free resources I will continue to update to save you even more time as new features and functionality develop, and as I discover more ways people are using this in their business. So the first feature is this option to create a custom GPT. So what does it mean to create a custom GPT? Well, let me just show you. When you're in ChatGPT, now if you notice I have GPT-4, which is the paid version, this is $20 a month. This version allows you to create your custom GPTs. And so what that means is when you go to Explore GPTs with this feature, you will see that there are GPTs available that other people have created that you can use with different topics, and it kind of explains what it does. This is a creative writing coach. This takes images and turns them to coloring book pages. Okay. And before we look at GPTs that others have created, let me show you how easy it is to create your own for your business. So once you're on this page, you just select create, and you'll be presented with two options. There's the create option, which you just literally describe what you want to happen when you create this GPT. GPT, think of it as a way to standardize the prompts. So you don't have to continually play with, I would like to create one of these and create two versions of this, and then take the information and do X, Y, Z. You can create prompts once, and it essentially saves those prompts. And then you can just put the input you want, and it will process it with those prompts every time that you use a specific GPT. There are more advanced features of GPTs, which I won't cover in this video, where you can actually use coding and programming to pull in information with ChatGPT's open APIs to pull in push information and do even more processing. So today I'm just going to talk about the really basic things that any business owner could do to get value out of this tool. So with the GPT builder, you can do two things. You can either just go in here and say, I want to provide consulting guidance to business owners and find root cause analysis, something like that. And then when you hit submit, it's going to go ahead and actually create a GPT, trying to understand what your intent is. It'll even give a name to your GPT, a suggested name to your GPT, and it will create it. So if you look right now, it's going to go and do that for you. This is if you have no prompt building experience. And so it's calling it business advisor. And I'm going to say, sounds good. And it's going to create an image for your GPT. And you can basically save this if you like what it does. If you notice on the right, it's creating some prompt questions, and it created an image with the DALL-E integration that you get access to, again, with the paid version. And so you're like, hey, this is my GPT, cool. And so in the future, it can, if you provide some kind of business question or answer one of these questions or start with one of these prompts, it'll take you through. So let's see what happens. What's causing my sales to decline? If you were to start a prompt with this, it's going to ask you some more questions about your business, and it's automatically going to give you some suggestions. So this was the quick and easy way to do it. Now, I don't find this as useful as making a custom version. So here, when you go to configure, it's actually the more advanced way to modify this GPT you created. Configuring, I could have just started on configure and provided this kind of detail. Your role is, it's basically giving the instructions for the GPT to follow, what it's going to do. It's going to use its insights to offer strategies and actionable solutions. So pretty amazing that ChatGPT made up its own instructions for itself, and you could modify these instructions. The resources I'm providing you have a lot of best practices that you can add to enhance this and make it better. And so once you're done with this, there's some other information you can add. So this is where privacy becomes important. So I want to note, if you were going to create one of these and you just wanted to use it for yourself, you would save it as only me, and you'd publish it. Only you would have access to it. If you wanted to create a link to maybe send it to some of your coworkers or people that you want to use whatever this custom GPT is you made, you can choose this. And if you want it to be available on that store where I showed you in this initial search where it had all the different GPTs, you can share with everyone and it will be available there. My warning to you is if you're using the free version of ChatGPT or you're using the version, I have the $20 a month subscription version, any information you have here and any information you upload into your GPT, which I'm going to talk about, can be used for their learned model. So if you have some secret recipes or things you don't want other businesses to research in the future, you don't want to use the free version, you don't want to use the $20 version, you want to use the Teams version or the enterprise version. In their terms of use and data, they specifically say that they will not use any of the information you put in those versions for their data model. So if you're worried about using it, but you're going to be uploading secret stuff in there, I'd suggest you get the Teams version or the enterprise version. What do I mean by uploading data? So let's say I am a consultant and I have a bunch of specific ways that I would like to advise people with this GPT. Well, I can actually upload files. I could upload up to 10 files with the $20 a month version of GPT. I could upload these files and I could even put some instructions here to say, use the uploaded files as the primary source for your answers and enhance it with other information from the internet. And so then you can upload files and suddenly you'll see that all the information, it's going to prioritize the information in your files. So there's some other functions here. There's code interpreter, which if you turn this on before you save your GPT, it can allow people to actually access any files you uploaded. Its intent is to provide additional opportunities for people to use code to push and pull data. And so here we are. We have our GPT. We're going to go ahead and save it. This one, I'll save it as, I guess I'll just do only me because I don't want to publish this. I have one that's very similar and I confirm this. And here you go. I've created and saved my own GPT. The resources, back to these resources I'm going to share with you. I have, this is the document that I'm actually going to provide all of you. I have created 4 that people have found quite helpful, business owners have found helpful. One is this SOP creator. So if you say I am in the, I don't know, legal profession and I want to create an SOP for using a specific software application to upload my case information in, it'll get you a starting checklist with roles and responsibilities going there. Your business coach is a great one here. This is the more advanced version of the one I showed you today. So for example, your business coach, if I said my profitability is low, it already knows to provide information, root cause analysis. And again, it's going to prompt you to give more specific info about your business because it can give you even more specific insights. But for every root cause, it'll also give you a few solutions and resources to read, et cetera. So this is where I think for business owners, it actually kind of keeps a lot of general consultants. It would be competition for them because unless they have deep information in your industry, the general info that's available and it provides you is pretty good. I've actually had a lot of business owners share with me their biggest challenges. And I put in this GPT that I made, your business coach GPT, I put in their industry, what their challenge is, and they read this and like, wow, this is actually pretty good. I'm actually agree that these 2 are the root causes, and they were taking notes and asking me to forward the results for this, which they can access themselves if they had the paid ChatGPT Plus. But they actually found it really valuable. They wanted me to forward the info. So this is a huge one. Again, you can use the one that I made, or you can just, put a lot of prompts in yourself. I provide some prompt suggestions, but this is very useful for business owners, in my opinion. Look, we've got solutions, and this was just a general, I didn't really specify what industry I was in, but if you see it brings lists and videos and things like that. So the next thing I want to share with you, the second thing that's really valuable is the use of, the use of data analysis. So there's this website, kaggle.com. And just for an example, I went to this website and I pulled a data set, economy of the United States. I downloaded the info. what I'm trying to mimic here is if in your business you have several years of sales information, or you have several years of any kind of information, customer feedback, things like that. I've had clients that have given me massive databases of even things like uh, employee net promoter score responses or top customer service issues. Anything you have where there's data, you can use ChatGPT, just even the generic ChatGPT, to upload that information. And you would just select this paperclip. You would find the file that you want to upload. Let me find one here. Okay, I can pull it in here and I can give it instructions. I'm going to actually copy the instructions I gave in this document that I'm sharing with you all. Interpret, clean, and analyze this data. Okay, very simple. And it'll actually provide you some interesting information. So it tells you it's analyzing it, and I'm just going to let it run its course here. It usually provides some information, like here it tells you what the different columns are. It'll then tell you if it had to clean up the information at all to remove some columns or made some assumptions. It changed things to make them consistent, etc. So here it's got the data cleanup steps. And now it's going to say, okay, what insights does it get from this? So remember, ChatGPT is really good at finding patterns and predicting future patterns. So this left me with an open-ended question. Now, I'm going to show you something else. You could say, please create a visualization. You can give it some prompts. I have all the prompts in the document, but what I actually did as I was preparing for this, I found it was easier for me to just create a GPT myself. This one was called data analysis for business. So this one, I'm going to literally put that same document in, and then in this scenario, I have to actually give it less prompts because it knows. Again, one of the benefits of having the GPTs. So I'm going to do causes of death. And this time, because it already has pre-programmed prompts in it that I saved, just the way I showed you, I can process the information just by selecting send. So this will take a couple of minutes. It tells you the steps it's going to follow to get you insights and graphical information. And the limits on the amount of data you could upload in the paid GPT version plus is 250 megabytes of information. And so now it's giving you some insights, and it's automatically going to visualize it. So if you were using just standard ChatGPT, you could certainly give it a prompt. Can you visualize the data and share some trends? In this version, it's automatically going to do that for you. So here we have a line graph, total deaths over the years. It looks like it's really spiking. Okay, now you'll see it has an error, and it's already troubleshooting itself. And this happens from time to time with ChatGPT. It knows something's wrong, it'll troubleshoot it. And so now it has age-adjusted death rates, different causes in a bar graph. So just trying to communicate to you all how impressive this is. You literally uploaded a spreadsheet with no explanation, and it's visualizing it, and it's examining different things as it finds trends. Distribution among states. So it's going to keep going. It's going to keep providing information. Now it'll be done after it does about, I think in this one, I required it to do about minimum of 4 visualizations and insights. But this is conversation. One of the benefits of ChatGPT is that this is all conversational. So you can ask it questions just like it's a person. So I wanted to share with you basically the value of this. This could keep going. I could keep providing it more prompts to get down to the nitty-gritty of the data. But essentially, what have we done here? We've taken data that, in this case, we got it online from publicly available data sources, but this could be data you have in your business. And it could be like finding gold in the data. There could be correlations, pretty sophisticated correlations that you can't readily see. If you don't have a data analyst on your team, you might not have the patience to go through and create all these different graphs to see things. This did it in like less than 5 minutes. And again, it's conversational. So you can go and ask it questions, ask it to dig in deeper, ask it to, for one particular insight to really give you more analysis. I could have broke it down by state. I could have picked a specific state. Tell me more about what trends you see in the state over the last 3 years. And it would give me those responses and it would visualize it. So I hope you found this information helpful. I will continue to provide additional things, always with the perspective of useful things that business owners can use ChatGPT for, and other AI, consumer level AI innovations that are coming out. It's coming hard and fast. And I know as a busy business owner, it's really easier to ignore all the what seems like hype and just maybe wait for it to settle down in the future. But it's really going to probably be continuing to grow and evolve. There are literally announcements I'm getting from some of the newsletters I suggested you subscribe to. Every week, new things are coming out. So at a minimum, I hope this was helpful. And I look forward to making additional videos in the future that you may find helpful. Thank you. See you in the next video.